Good evening. Thank you for joining us here on this Facebook Live and YouTube Live for severe weather coverage. It's about 6:46 p.m. this evening here, and we've got a tornado warning in Indiana. This does include the cities of Attica and West Lebanon. Let's take a look at this here, exactly what's going on. The rotation right now is just entering the Indiana state border here, so west of West Lebanon, and this is moving to the east here. And so let's take a look here. We've got radar indicated tornado. This was a confirmed tornado about 20 minutes ago. It was a confirmed tornado. Now it seems to have lifted a little bit. So it's radar indicated ping pong ball size hail with this. And so this is for northeastern Fountain County and Warren County until 7:45. So about an hour here. So just a few minutes ago, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Vermilion Regional Airport, or 9 miles north of Danville, Illinois, moving east at 25 miles per hour. So a slow moving storm. We expect it to pick up speed just a hair here with this, but you can see here just to the north and west of West Lebanon, we've got rotation showing on the radar here, and that's why we've got a tornado warning for the next hour. Again, this is radar indicated here, radar indicated tornado, and it lasts until 7:45 Eastern time. It also has ping pong ball size hail along with it. And so this area covers a population of about 10,000 people with this. Let me switch back to radar here and get exactly what we're looking at here. So we see the rotation. All right, the rotation is to the north and west of West Lebanon right now. And just to the north of it, you see that pink purple color there. All right, this area here is the hail core. This we're seeing the ping pong ball size hail with it here. And so this rotation has moved into the state of Indiana. And so if you're anywhere here in the Attica, West Lebanon area, and just north, going up 41 there, getting close to State Road 9, then you need to be taking shelter right now. You're under a tornado warning right now. And so if I move the radar a little bit here, you can see this red circle here with the triangle inside. This indicates here that there was a tornado report there in Collison, Illinois. Okay, Collison, Illinois area that we had a report of a tornado on the ground. And so what we think here, it's lifted a little bit, but we still see rotation. Here. Again, we're to the west of Attica, which is to the west of Lafayette. So if you're in Lafayette, Indiana, Tippecanoe County, Shadeland Battleground area, this is you right here. Okay, and so you'd be in the path of this storm. I'm not saying the rotation is going to continue, but you'd be in the path of the storm. You're under a tornado watch still for another 2 hours and 11 minutes. All right, but our focus here is on this tornado warning. This tornado warning here that does include Warren County and parts of Fountain County. All right, we see an update on the radar here. So the rotation we've been watching has been in this area right here, just to the north and west of West Lebanon, and it's moving to the east, slightly northeast at about 25 miles per hour. So it's a slow-moving storm as it's moving through here with that. And so let's take a look at the velocity here, and you see where the reds and greens coming together here. All right, and so we still see this rotation. Here on radar. And so we'll continue to monitor this here. We're also watching some areas of some broad rotation and some other areas here. But our big focus is on this tornado warning right here. So just to the north and west of West Lebanon, this is where we're seeing the rotation that has put down a tornado about 30 minutes ago back in Illinois. All right, and it went through the Bismarck area and now getting close to the West Lebanon area here, just to the west of Attica. And so if you're along State Road 28, State Road 63, this rotation is getting over you about right now. It's slow-moving storm. It's getting over you about right now. Hendrick, Stewart area, you're getting some very heavy rain and possibly some large hail and some lightning for your area right now. And so there's an update of the radar itself. We're seeing some storms clusters kind of coming together here. And so hopefully that diminishes that rotation that's taking place in the supercell here. So it's just to the north and west of the West Lebanon area. And so taking a look at the velocity here, we'll give it a chance to give it an update here. And so it's gone through the Hedrick area, okay, moving to the east, northeast, 25 miles per hour. And again, we're seeing ping pong ball size hail with this storm as well. And so we're kind of taking a look here at some different things with this. And so if we put a tracker, here on this here, all right, and it's moving here to the east, more to the east here with this. And so we're going to go about 30 miles per hour with this storm here. So Williamsport in about 15 minutes, Kramer 17 minutes, Attica in about 20 minutes with this. Again, I think it's going to pick up pace a little bit here as it merges together with some other storms, if it holds together with that. And so it's gone over the Hedrick area now, getting near the West Lebanon area. So again, we've got a tornado warning. The tornado warning right now, it does include West Lebanon. So if you're in the West Lebanon area, especially just to the north of West Lebanon, you need to be taking shelter right now. Get to the lowest level of the building that you're in. If you got a basement, go to the basement. If not, first floor and at the most interior room as possible. So put as many walls between you and the outside of the building as possible. So get into an interior room, no windows, and hang tight there. With that. So this, again, this is radar indicated rotation here that we're going to continue to follow. We're also watching some rotation, possibly. Let me get rid of that. Some rotation getting ready to cross into Indiana as well with this. And so just to the back here, so the Marshfield area, be on the lookout to your south and west because we've got some broad rotation here in this area, and we got some broad rotation in the Foster area here, just to the west of Covington. And so we're seeing some spin in the atmosphere with this, and that's why the Storm Prediction Center has issued a tornado watch for this area. So we'll continue to watch some other areas here, but our main focus right now is just to the west of Attica, in the just north of West Lebanon area, west of Williamsport, south of Judyville and Carbondale, and to the west of Kramer. And so this has just gone through the Hedrick area with this. And so if we're zooming in here, so we're looking at State Road 63, at State Road 263, just to the north of State Road 28. So this is where we're seeing the rotation right now over 550 west, heading to South 425 west at West 100 south. So if you're in this area or familiar with this area, this is exactly where the rotation is right now. So getting ready to cross over State Road 63. All right, so if you're at State Road 63, just to the north of West Lebanon, this rotation is heading your direction here. So it's still radar indicated tornado here for Fountain and Warren counties until 7:45. I was just checking there if we've gotten any kind of an update, and I don't see any there. With that. And so this tornado warning does continue. Again, getting ready to cross State Road 63 here. And so let's see here. Okay, so the National Weather Service just put out a statement here that the tornado risk is peaking right now. So this should be the peak of the rotation on the storms here in Illinois and Indiana, and should gradually lessen as it moves here to the northeast with that. And so it's moving to an area that's so mostly a cloud cover today, a lot of rain, cooler temperatures. So the atmosphere is a little bit more stabilized than it is in western Indiana that saw that rain clear out a little quicker here, and allowed for some sun to shine through to destabilize the atmosphere a little bit more, heat up the air temperature a little bit more. With that. And so we'll watch this here. We'll watch this. So we'll watch this here and see how it develops here. So the rotating storm with a history of producing tornadoes here is just to the north of West Lebanon, in the Attica area. So we're looking at Warren and part of Fountain County. Tornado warning here with the storm here. We also have severe thunderstorm warning. Has that popped up yet? With it. Okay, and so yes, we also have, there it is, severe thunderstorm warning here for White County until 7:30, with that 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter size hail with this storm. And so let me turn the radar back on. So if you're in White County, you've got a severe thunderstorm warning right now, and it's for a storm heading your direction. Let me get to a closer radar. For a storm heading your direction here, with some winds and hail here. All right, moving through here. This does include the Wolcott area, the Monon area, and Monticello. You're in the path of this severe thunderstorm as well. And so we continue to watch here. I'm going to turn the velocity back on with this particular radar. And you can see the reds and greens coming together. This is it right here. So just to the west of Attica, we've got some rotation here, and that's why we have this tornado warning. We also have some very gusty winds getting ready to enter the state here to the west of Covington. All right, and we're watching a few other areas here to the south of some possible rotation here as the system here enters the state of Indiana. So again, the National Weather Service is putting out that this is probably the peak of what we're going to see in terms of rotation in the atmosphere. That's with these storms right here going through the western part of the state. And that's why we've got a tornado watch here, for another 2 hours, here in the counties highlighted in yellow. This red line here indicates a warm front that's going to be lifting through the state tonight. The question was how far north it was going to lift here. And I think the Storm Prediction Center actually had it spot on here because of the slight risk of severe weather. Actually ended up including Lafayette. All right, and then it gradually lessens, the probability of severe weather lessens as it moves eastward. And so right on schedule here with what we thought. If you are to the north of Attica right now, you're seeing a lot of heavy rain. Let me get to a closer radar here with that. And so we've got some severe storms, again, heading into White County here. That does include Monticello. And we've got some very gusty winds over 60 miles per hour with these storms, and quarter size inch or in diameter hail with the storm moving through here. We're not seeing the rotation. We're seeing quite a bit of lightning here to the north of Attica, where we've got that tornado warning. And so this is an area that has seen quite a bit of rainfall today with that. But again, our main focus right now does include Warren County and Fountain County. We've got a severe, it's not severe warned here, but we do have some very large hail. We've got lightning. We've got some very heavy rainfall here. With that, we've got ping pong ball size hail, to be specific here. And we've got some rotation here just to the north of West Lebanon. All right, this rotation is kind of broadening out a little bit, which is good news here. Let me see here. So we still have the reds and greens coming together, but again, we've got some different cells coming together here with that. So the cells have kind of collided together here. Let's put this in motion so you can see it. So it's kind of by itself, and then we've got a cluster to the north here. We've got some development in the back here. The back, could again produce some more rotation with that. But the good news is we're seeing some of that rotation broaden a little bit. We're not seeing that strong, tight rotation like we did not too long ago, about 30, 40 minutes ago when we had an observed tornado on the ground. So this storm here has produced tornadoes. It has produced tornadoes as it went through Illinois here. And we still have a tornado warning for another 45 minutes here in Warren and Fountain counties here. So the severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Williamsport or 15 miles northeast of Danville, moving east now at 30 miles per hour. So it is picking up pace as we expected here, and probably pick up a little bit more pace as we go through this here with that. And so let's take a look here. If you're to the south of Attica, where we're taking a look here, if you're in the western part of central Indiana here, we do have some storms that are beginning to pop up with this. So we'll keep an eye on those storms as they develop here with this. And then into southern Indiana. All right, we've got some storms through the Kentucky area and far southern Indiana. But in the meantime, most of Indiana remains clear, which is a good news. We just have 2 warnings right now in the state of Indiana. One is a severe thunderstorm warning here for White County. All right, White County here, severe thunderstorm warning. And then we've got the tornado warning that does include the city of Attica. And let's go back to the rotation here with that. And so the broad rotation now, it's really broadened here with this. And so that is to the west of Attica and the west of Williamsport. And so I'm checking here to see if we've gotten any more information here on these strong storms and 2 severe storms moving through western Indiana here with that. And not seeing anything new right now with that. Let's take a look at our NDOT cameras and let's see if we've got something there in the Attica area that we can take a look at. And that we don't until we get to Lafayette with that. And then we can see here, let's see if the Wilmington one has anything for us there. Southwest. All right, just trying to look here and see if we've gotten anything new here, and if we've gotten some new video here that we could possibly share with you in that. And here's the I-65 at 231. All right, looking to the southwest here, you can see the rain's falling. You can see the vehicles moving through here, not much wind with this. And so that's good news there with that. And so, yeah, back to the radar. Again, the rotation is broadening, so that's really good news. We're not seeing that the bright, tight rotation like we did a little bit ago here. And so you can see as we put this in motion, as it moves through, we can see it's bright there, and it's really broadened out here recently. So you can see back when it crossed the state line there, and then really broadened out with that. And so let's see here if we've gotten any new update. Nope, not there with that. And so we'll stay with you here for a little longer here. Okay, there it is. So the tornado warning has been canceled. The tornado warning has been canceled for that. So the National Weather Service is seeing the same thing that we are seeing with the storm here. So that tornado warning has been canceled. So right now, now that this tornado warning has been canceled, we just have a severe thunderstorm warning for White County for another 27 minutes for quarter-size hail and winds around 60 miles per hour with that storm there. And no other severe storms here. But we'll continue to follow this, and we'll come back on live if any new tornado warning does come back up or any significant weather event comes back up. But right now, we've got some strong storms moving through western Indiana here to the west of Lafayette specifically. And then between Attica and Terre Haute, we've got some storms developing here. And then if you're in southern Indiana, we've got a little bit of, there it is. We've got some rainfall in far southern Indiana, but the brunt of the worst of the storm here is well to our south here in Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. We've got multiple tornado warnings there in red with that. So they're getting the brunt of the storms right now with that. So luckily for us in Indiana, things are looking good right now, but we'll continue to monitor these storms. We still have tornado watch for 2 more hours in western Indiana. And then we've got this severe thunderstorm warning for another 25 minutes for White County for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So that's where we're at right now. We're good here. We got a lot of rainfall today. Some of you got some decent thunderstorms moving through as well early this morning and throughout the afternoon here. So quite a bit of rainfall has fallen, and it'll be nice to dry out here in a few days with that. And so, yeah, we do still have some hail in western Indiana that we've got to worry about, and some wind gusts 50, 60 miles per hour. So we'll jump back on here if there's anything new to report on that we need to go live. We'll continue to follow this. Thanks for joining us. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Appreciate it.